Welcome, everybody, to the Primo Bros Show.
Hello, everyone. I'm Zeno.
I'm Dino, and this is the Primo Bros Show.
Episode 10, I think.
Something like that.
10.1, because today we're doing something a little different. We're going to cut this episode in half, give you a couple mini-sodes, and see if that flows a little better for y'all.
Yeah.
This episode is Hall Monster, also known as Jimmy's newer job.
Oh, is that what the German name is?
Yeah, it's just Jimmy's newer job.
Oh, cool.
It looks German, but it sounds Swedish to me.
Yeah. Okay, so can you give us a little summary of this episode, please?
Oh, yeah,
brother
of course.
Zeno.
Jimmy's hall monitor, a fascist dictator, has moved to somewhere. I don't remember where
Greece.
he moved.
He moved
Yeah,
to Greece.
And since everyone hated him, everyone was like, yes, this rules! Until Jimmy gets chosen as the next hall monitor, where he also becomes a fascist dictator.
But worse.
But smart.
Yeah. What
What are your thoughts on this wonderful episode?
I listened to it a couple times, 3 times to be specific. I think it's hilarious that this is essentially the Stanford prison experiment.
Yeah.
But also it's also just, you know, if you give any man any sort of power, he will abuse it. And
Power corrupts, man.
and at the very beginning of the episode, Jimmy's dad just says, "A man in uniform, there's something about it, but there's a dark side to it as well."
This whole episode was, you know, the thinking back on it, it's not my favorite.
Yeah.
But there's just lots of really, really little bits about it that got my brain turning.
Okay, yeah. So it's not my favorite episode, but there are lots of small jokes and bits that are actually really hilarious.
I can't imagine Hugh as a hall monitor. At all.
Well, okay. He's like, and the way my boots or my shoes squeaked and it quack 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 quack. That's just the noise that he said his boots made, and I'm not sure if he was actually a hall monitor or if he was just like, I don't know what he was doing. So
Maybe he just thought he was the hall monitor.
yeah.
No one told him no. This is kind of stupid.
I mean, if we go off our previous theory that he was disabled, maybe they just told him that he was the hall monitor, and they just, you know, let him do his thing.
Yeah, someone just gave him a sheriff's badge and a vest, and he just
Yeah.
went power hungry immediately.
Oh my gosh! And I can imagine him just taking a bunch of bribes. But then, like, it all goes through his head, and so yeah.
People just slide him a slice of pie, and he's like,
Yeah.
"I'll let
Or
this
just
one pass."
a little. That was a good impression. I love this one. Pass. They give him a little ducky. He has his locker is just a shrine of ducks. Yeah, I love. Okay, so for a boy genius, like literally a boy genius, Jimmy is really dumb. Like he despises this whole thing about being a hall monitor. He does not want it. But then the principal just says, "Oh, hey, that guy that you like, oh yeah, Albert Einstein, he was a hall monitor. So you could be too." And Jimmy's instantly on board.
Albert Einstein was the opposite of a hall monitor. He left Germany because of the Nazis, the ultimate hall monitors.
But then we learn later on that it was just the principal's sister that looks exactly like Thomas Edison or Albert Einstein.
Mustache and all.
Mustache, hair, and all. Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy makes like a bunch of like tools to be a better hall monitor. Like he makes like a Judge Dredd helmet that like shows him like people's histories and stuff.
Yeah, it shows their blood type, any affiliations they've had, any past arrests. Imagine what he could do if he gave this technology just to the regular officers.
I'm pretty sure they already use stuff like this. I mean,
well,
friend of a friend of a friend of mine told me that they have heat cameras essentially that you can just like see into buildings from like a helicopter or from like a truck or whatever. And it's just like you just see a bunch of like white blobs walking around inside of like an X-ray house, and it's like, what the flip? This just is future tech that we have.
Yeah, it's true. No, but I'm saying like just this is, back in the early 2000s. Just imagine what the officers could do with the technology of like seeing if something was a counterfeit product, or like just a heads up display of their blood type, any affiliations, any past arrests. Like it would be insane.
It's just the thing from Watch Dogs where it shows you like how old they are, their history, what they're into.
Yeah. But
though I would like to point out that it's very funny that Carl's blood type is O negative. Because that's the rarest blood type.
Yeah.
And it can only be given transfusions from another O negative.
Yeah, I'm O positive, so.
Oh, nice. I think.
So I can give to everybody, but or
you can only receive from a few.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know what blood type I have.
But
I almost was poor enough to need to sell some platelets, but chickened out at the last minute.
Yeah, you should learn your blood type. It's actually a really useful thing to have.
I should.
Yeah,
I'll go to the doctor.
So next time you're
$700 for a
next
test.
time you're dying, you can tell them, "Hey, I'm this.
Walking here."
Hey, pig, I'm walking here.
They'll be trying to get like me in the ambulance, and I'll just be like, "Think I can afford that, bitch? Call me an Uber."
Well, speaking of a schedule, Carl's bathroom schedule is pretty intense.
He's got all the times memorized.
Yeah.
Hell.
Well, I mean, and it makes sense that Miss Fowl is like, "Hey, your mom brought you new underwear," because like, what if he misses one bathroom schedule? He's like, he needs new underwear.
Pretty much.
I mean, speaking of it, that's probably why he needed new underwear that day, is because Jimmy made him miss his bathroom.
I feel like I'm going off the rails here. I feel like I'm
That's
going
okay.
like a little insane.
That's
but
okay.
the thing that I noticed, so Jimmy takes Libby's headphones and says, "You can't play blues, you can't play disco, you can't play like all
Rock,
these other like
pop."
funk."
Yeah.
The majority of those are music genres that were, generally accredited to black people. This is Texas. So I'm just wondering, did this school used to be segregated?
Oh my gosh, we do not need to talk about that.
Also, Sheen is very familiar with the crime of possession.
Okay.
Which is really funny.
He knows about parole. He knows about possession. I am calling it
painting
now.
a picture of what Sheen has seen.
I am calling it now. Either he has actually done some bad stuff and that's why he's been held back, or his dad or his mom or whatever in his family has actually been a part of some really dark stuff, which is why he knows about parole, possession, all this stuff.
Probably his mom. If I had to guess, it's his mom, because we never see her.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Sorry. I just need to say this.
Yeah.
Just a general thing about the episode. Lindbergh Elementary, which is their elementary school, has some really weird laws that Jimmy memorized. He's like, according to the 1967 law, you can't have this music. And then like, they have the law of pulling a name out of a hat. I wonder what other laws or rules they have at this elementary school. Zeno? Well, what I was saying, before you rudely interrupted me, Zeno,
I'm sorry,
is that Lindbergh Elementary School has some really weird laws, like the 1967 law of the music, and how they choose hall monitors, and like, I don't know, just everything. It's just all kind of funny.
I'm not gonna say any more about that other thing, but just the fact that I mentioned it, and it's a law from '67. Interesting.
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't bringing up that again, but yeah,
they do have a lot of weird laws. Like,
yeah.
Why can Carl not have too many stickers on his lunchbox?
Hey, it's graffiti. It is talking to it's secret messages. I don't know.
He's got a permit.
Yeah, why would he need a permit?
He's a Poindexter. He's like, oh, I can't be breaking any rules. I'm gonna put some stickers on my lunchbox. And then the previous hall monitor's like, hey, bro, you can't have that many stickers. And he's like,
Hey.
okay, well, I'll go talk to the office and get a permit.
Hey, you got papers for that?
Ah, jeez. I'll go to the office. I was going there anyway.
Oh yeah. No, I
Where
think
again, huh,
it's,
Kyle? My mom says that's confidential.
Carl would say something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, Jimmy eventually imprisons all of his friends with
Okay,
the
well,
leftover bars that he had from his submarine.
Yeah. Can I say something really quick?
Yeah.
When he took Libby's music and she just kind of had like a withdrawal. That's all I'll say about that.
It's what it feels like when someone interrupts your jam.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And the band she's listening to is like the Multicultural Boys Without Attitude.
I forgot about that.
It's pretty funny. Pretty funny.
It's a good name.
Yeah, it is.
You could name your band that today and no one would blink an eye.
Oh no, it's perfect because like it covers all your bases. It's good. Like this episode, like it just has a ton of jokes like these that I really enjoy. But
it's not the most cohesive story, but it's
yeah.
It's like lots of little moments. Like
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I swear, because knowing now that like a bunch of the dialogue is improv, I seriously wonder if Carl saying he had a permit was in the script. That has to be improv. There's no way.
Well, okay, like let's say they're just walking up and it's like pay or show me your lunchbox. I got a permit. I could you're right. I could totally see that being an improv line.
It's so good.
I love how Sheen has an Ultralord athletic supporter.
I like imagining that it's just a cup, but it's just Ultralord's head.
Yeah.
A stupid smile, just like staring forward.
Oh man. Okay, and then my favorite quote from this episode is Cindy is like, I think your friend's hat is too tight, and Sheen is like, look at his head. Every hat he wears is too tight. I love
that when Sheen was like, we can prove that Jimmy's being an insane maniac. Goddard records everything in Dolby THX.
Yeah.
There's just something about that line that makes me smile.
And what he does is he like puts his hand out in like a square or like a rectangle. He's like, yeah.
I'm the director.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jimmy is shown by all his friends that he's being a fascist maniac.
Yep.
And he's like, frick. And then it looks like he's having a flashback to his dad telling him, the man in a uniform is a powerful thing. And it just cuts to the window and there's Hugh Neutron just, letting him know not to be a psycho.
I'm just checking up on you, Jimbo. Oh, you killed somebody? Don't come home.
And then he says goodbye and smacks his head on the window and falls out. And it's the best animation the show ever had.
It's so good. So on the trivia on the website, it says that this is not the Brain Blast fun fact, but on the trivia on the website, it says that this is when Hugh starts using ladders to go into windows to talk to people, but that actually started in the episode where the Battle of a Band episode. So
exactly, I think that's his special power, because he's kind of a dingus, but his special power is knowing when to use that ladder.
Exactly.
To talk to people.
Exactly. The ladder takes him places. But here is the actual Brain Blast fun fact of this episode.
Yes. I'm so excited.
This is the first episode that Hugh appears, but Judy doesn't.
Oh my gosh, you're right. I didn't see her at all in this episode.
They're always in a pair, but for this episode, Megan Kavanaugh was not there.
We gotta call her.
Yeah.
What was going on?
Pull her up real quick.
Okay.
But what do you think of this episode overall? What's your final thoughts?
When you told me that you were like, they were okay, I just imagined the ending where Carl was like, I accept! And then Miss Fowler's like, actually, you're not the hall monitor. And he just falls in his chair and then falls out of his chair. Like, in complete and utter despair.
Oh, that was your thoughts when I said it's okay. It was just an okay episode.
I imagine you watching it and then doing that. Oh, falling out of your chair, just completely disappointed. But no, jokes aside, I actually really like this episode.
Yeah. Talking about it and actually thinking about all the funny stuff, I actually do like it more than I thought.
Yeah. Any episode of any cartoon that makes fun of cops just generally makes me laugh really hard.
Yeah.
Because just like how ridiculous it is.
Yeah. I hope when Sheen became the hall monitor and he got ran over, I hope he was wearing the athletic supporter because he got stomped on pretty hard.
I love the idea of his face just being the cop. This is so funny to me.
Ultra support.
Ultra protect.
Yeah.
No, I like this episode.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you came around to it too.
Yeah. I think in retrospect, it's like talking about them is always makes them better.
Yeah.
Because I like how we notice different stuff.
And you and I haven't recorded in a while, so it's nice to kind of get back into it and have some thoughts on episodes again.
Yeah, it is nice. Well, this was part 1 of our new 2-part system we're doing. So, Hazy, would you send us off with our call sign?
Hi, I'm Paul.